Ever wondered about the origins of humanity and the battles they faced? Today, we journey back to a time when Ninharsug, the ancient deity, was in a relentless pursuit against death. In this era of antiquity, Ninharsug found himself locked in an investigative war against the inevitable end, death. Despite being on the right track, his journey was far from over. His efforts were solitary, with little to no aid offered from external sources. His only companions in this quest were the Ebirs, diligently assisting him within the confines of his palace and laboratory perched in the rugged terrains of Sinai. As Ninharsug was engrossed in his pursuit, the world outside his palace was spiraling into chaos. The landscape was littered with the lifeless bodies of those who had fallen in the wars, their silent forms a stark reminder of the deadly battles. With each passing day, the situation worsened, and a devastating pandemic came to life, claiming the lives of countless creatures. Animals perished, succumbing to the infectious disease, and humanity was not spared either. Thousands upon thousands of humans fell victim to this deadly pandemic, their lives snuffed out like candles in the wind. However, not all were defenseless against this invisible enemy. The Ebirs, working under Ninharsug, were shielded from this widespread destruction by the elixir of life. This magical concoction protected them from the unforgiving grasp of death, allowing them to continue assisting Ninharsug in his persistent quest. But for the rest of humanity, death was a common visitor. The north and south, with their biting cold, became the only safe havens for the remnants of mankind. Amidst this chaos, the Ebirs were protected by the elixir of life, but for the humans, death was but a common occurrence. Yet, hope was not all lost. In the face of despair, Ninharsug stumbled upon an unexpected solution. Amid the chaos that was unfolding around her, she found solace in the tranquility of her garden. It was there, amidst the blooming flowers and the whispering leaves, that she encountered an unexpected visitor. A Neanderthal child who, out of curiosity, had wandered into her sanctuary. This child, with eyes wide and filled with innocence, held the answer to the mystery that was plaguing Ninharsug. As they conversed, the child revealed a startling revelation. He spoke of his people's inherent aggression, a trait that was, unknowingly to them, the root cause of the deadly pandemic. This aggression, he explained, triggered a reaction in their bodies, a reaction so severe it was spreading like wildfire, claiming the lives of thousands. Ninharsug listened, her mind reeling with the implications of this newfound knowledge. The pieces of the puzzle she had been tirelessly working on finally began to fall into place. An idea sparked within her, a glimmer of hope amidst the overwhelming darkness. With renewed determination, she returned to her laboratory, her mind buzzing with the possibilities. Hours turned into moments as she worked, her hands moving with a surety they hadn't possessed before. The solution, it seemed, was not in combating the disease directly, but in addressing the root cause, the inherent aggression within the human race. And so, a new elixir was born. An elixir containing the very essence needed to calm the storm of aggression, to restore balance within the human body. It was a breakthrough, a beacon of hope in the face of despair. With the discovery of this elixir, the humans were vaccinated. The effects were immediate and profound. The pandemic that had claimed so many lives began to recede, as if retreating in the face of this newfound weapon. And thus, the Cro-Magnon was born, free of all evil and healthier than ever. This unexpected discovery, born out of a chance encounter in a tranquil garden, marked a turning point in Ninharsug's quest. It was a testament to the power of perseverance, of the relentless pursuit of knowledge, and the indomitable spirit of humanity. While it seemed like everything was right, the struggles were far from over. The Cro-Magnons, newly born and healthy, had leaders appointed to guide them. Anzu and Ter, Ninlu and Lu were the spearheads of this new era. They were the experienced and knowledgeable elders who carried the responsibility of this fresh civilization on their shoulders. Alongside them, a group of wise women known as the Nunas brought balance and insight to the leadership. But the world was not a peaceful place. The battles for survival were rampant. The Cro-Magnons and Neanderthals, two different species with the same desperate need for sustenance, found themselves locked in an ongoing struggle. The cause? A period of mini-glaciation had begun. The earth was shrouded in a relentless cold, making food scarce and survival a daily battle. In the midst of the cold and hunger, the noise of the struggle reached the ears of Enlil. He was the one who had overseen the birth of this new era, and the constant discord was unbearable to him. "They make too much noise," he complained. So he made a decision. He called upon his son, Ninurta, and his band of warriors. Their mission? To quell the aggression, to bring some semblance of peace to the world. But the world was not so easily tamed. The battles continued, the cold deepened, and the struggle for survival became more desperate. The consequences were dire. A semi-extinction began to unfold. The world was changing, and not for the better. As the struggles continued, the world seemed to be spiraling into chaos. But amidst the chaos, something unexpected was brewing. Something that even Enki, the wise and foreseeing, had only suspected but could not be sure of. Something that would change the course of history once again. But as the cold intensified and the wars raged on, a semi-extinction began to unfold. The situation had become complicated, and no one could stop what was to come next. The world was caught in a spiral of violence and disease, a whirlwind of chaos and despair. Amidst this tumult there was Enki, a figure of wisdom and foresight. He had a suspicion, a feeling in his gut, a premonition of an event that would shake the very foundations of their society. Yet this was no ordinary suspicion. It was a vision that gnawed at the corners of his mind, casting a shadow of uncertainty over everything. It was a feeling of impending doom, a chilling foreboding that sent shivers down even the most stoic of spines. The air was thick with anticipation, the silence deafening as everyone waited for the other shoe to drop. And then it happened. The unexpected event that caused shockwaves throughout their world. What was this event that Enki suspected but no one could expect? That, dear listeners, is a story for another time. Stay tuned for our next video where we unravel the next chapter of And God Was a Woman.